Rolling.
Mark.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Shout out to the room.
Right? Because we're all in the same room.
Because we're all in the same room.
Mm-hmm. This is the first time that this has ever happened.
Ever.
Maybe the last.
Indeed.
Right? So you say that because Saif and I, as of this recording, it is June 1st, 2021. And we are all in the same time zone.
Artifact.
Live in studio with Dick Francisco.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy to be here to see you guys for the last time I probably will ever see you guys alive, because I hear you're embarking upon a very dangerous adventure soon.
Mm-hmm. It's the eve of our... Was this going to be our annual trip to Utah? Is this going to be our thing now?
Thelma and Louise.
2 years in a row. This is 2 years in a row that we're doing this. I was invited as a late alternate last year and couldn't attend the rafting trip because of Frank. But I'm sans Frank this time. I'm heartbroken about it, but...
Is Frank heartbroken about it, though?
Yeah, I guess he skipped dinner this evening, so he's not too pleased, but I might be able to soothe some of that heartbreak on this trip. We'll see.
I hate when they do a food strike. That bothers me.
Yeah.
What are you, Gandhi?
It's the only thing they have. It's the only thing they
Yeah,
have.
really, it is the only thing they have. They can just be like, look, something's wrong. I can't communicate to you any other way.
Going on a hunger strike.
So we're going back to Moab.
As long as they don't do self-immolation, it's good.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me come and have this last night with you guys. My plans fell through, so it's really the only reason I'm here. But
We're watching the Suns
that
game.
and the Suns
Go
game.
Suns.
I mean, the Suns game is on, and my plans fell through for where I was going to watch that. But I mean, I care. I care that you guys could possibly lose your lives on this trip, right?
And by the time that you hear this recording, the Suns would have rolled over the LA Lakers.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be gone. And we'll be gone. So this is our last.
We'll just catch it on Thursday.
This is our last will and testament, and we should start handing out our things. The VCRs. Who gets the VCRs? Let's start there, I guess. That's the most important thing.
Again, I'm the one with keys here, guys. So I'm going to have an estate sale tomorrow once you both leave. So
Yeah, just as soon as we leave, because it's
there's
in the
an
books.
estate sale happening.
When I think about it, the VCRs are one of the most valuable things in this house.
They're not as valuable as you think they are.
I'm looking
They're like
at it.
$4.
Not necessarily from today's monetary value, but the treasure trove that VCRs have unlocked for people as far as memories, as far as cultural.
But the internet has replaced all of that.
Right, but the VCR was before the internet, right? I'm from this era.
That doesn't mean that you value it, but the world doesn't value it.
It's an artifact.
I'm staring at every season of Alf on DVD. Arguably, that has more value than your VCRs.
You know, they edited out the Frank Sinatra bits in Alf
Really?
on the DVD set. They couldn't pay for it, is what I think. Come Fly With Me and Lady is a Tramp. Those are the two songs that Alf would be singing Sinatra. And I know that. You know why? Because I am an Alf historian, ladies and gentlemen.
And so they couldn't afford the rights? Is that what it is?
Please send money to the Alf Home for the Poor.
Friends of Alf.
Friends of Alf.
Friends of Alf
Falf.
Charity.
The Falf charity.
Falf Charity.
So I think the moral of the story and the theme in tonight's podcast is taking the time to do shit like this. I was going to come out later in the year, but you arranged this and it's natural. Saki's here too. Saki is chewing on her bone
Oh, is that what that sound was?
fervorously.
Because
In case
She wants a mic.
I know
Dog
they-
wants a mic.
she's hot. These mics are hot.
Sounds like she's a pig mix.
Right. This part of the recording is great. I love this.
That's why everybody wanted to breed with her. So I recently had her uterus taken out this week, and she's still healing.
Takes a while, kid.
And they charged me an extra $35 for her enlarged uterus.
Well, and she's running out of control. She's not.
Should I have gotten to keep that?
The uterus?
Yeah.
Did you ask for it?
I didn't think to ask for it.
Well, then that's on you. But you should have had to pay extra for that enlarged uterus because there were people in your life who reminded you that the longer you wait to fix your female dog, the larger her uterus is going to get, because every time a dog goes through a heat cycle, their uterus enlarges. But
PSA.
you clearly didn't want to listen to that advice from the endometriosis girl.
Yeah, I feel like Dick is the one that
PSA.
probably gave you this advice.
I mean, maybe. There's
Dick
a possibility.
Dick is a legend, and it's hard to be in the same room with Dick because I can't just shush her down.
That's what she said. Often she says that.
Right.
So we were unsure. I think death was also another thing that we wanted to touch on tonight as it related to this trip, as it related to possibility. At the same time, accidents, all things are dangerous.
Well, I could get hit by a bus, while we're in Moab.
There's no buses in this area.
But
Well, there are actually buses.
Yeah, exactly. I could get hit by a train then. Who knows what could happen. But the important thing is that I'm taking time to create these memories with you now and not waiting until later. Like
so
a lot of people
first line
do.
of the eulogy, they died doing what they loved in their happy place. I've already started writing it for both of you, so it's fine.
It is
That's
our
as
happy
far as
place.
I've gotten. Yeah, that's as far as I've gotten so far.
I had a very close friend move on last week, and thinking heavily about death over this week too. I will say that I'm very proud of the existence that I've lived. And if my life ended this week, I would be very content with the life that I had lived. And I wouldn't regret a thing.
Always has to one-up me.
I'm just looking at the recording. It's just like blew out everybody's speakers.
That's dangerous. Someone.
That's the respect we have for death. Thank you for sharing that really, really, really important, deep moment with us.
We should share that we've been drinking.
Not heavily, though.
Oh, well,
Seriously, you want another one?
I do.
Slightly, mightily low-cal IPA from the Dogfish Head Brewery all the way out in what state?
Delaware.
Boom.
I
Boom.
visited their brewery. It's in Rehoboth Beach, is it not? It is.
It is.
It is.
I'll confirm that.
I have visited it. It's pretty cool.
Sounds like it. Delaware. I feel like all I think of Delaware is where people start their shell companies and cover up their financial burdens.
Right.
Which I can get down with.
Anytime that I think of Delaware, I think of Wayne's World when they do all the different. They do all the different scenes in different cities, and they're like, "Oh, we're in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Come, you want to lay me?"
That was fun.
And then he's just like, "Hi, we're in Delaware."
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm in Delaware.
I got a ticket in Delaware. Was going to Camden Yards in Baltimore from New Jersey. And I accelerated excessively on a state route, and I got hit with a ticket. There was a sheriff was pulling people right over and writing tickets as quickly as he could pull people over.
And you said, I want one of those. Let me pull over.
I think it was like $75.
Like
FOMO.
I paid it immediately.
FOMO.
I learned my lesson from Florida.
That was your fear of missing out. Do you want to talk about
Speaking
that?
of, how much Dogecoin have you gotten?
I'm into blockchain.
Dogecoin, it's part of it.
That is
Yeah, that's
blockchain,
the
bro.
part that I think is going to be more successful than the rest of this kitty coin bullshit.
Well, can you invest in that?
The powers that be, the
Can I-
FDIC, these people don't want, unless they can. I like the idea and concept of open source books, though. Again, that's transparency. That's like the Green Bay Packers.
Do the Packers have transparency? It seems like there's a lot of drama going on there right now.
Well, just with regard with their books financially, I'm just saying open source where everybody has access.
Got it.
The books are closed right now, and then to get the books, you got to subpoena the books.
A FOIA,
So,
Freedom of Information Act, for those of you who just looked at me clueless in this studio. So I'm going to throw another acronym at you, though, because this has been a hot topic off air. And this relates to death. And it's this accusation of FOMO, right? This fear of missing out while you're alive before you die. And this has created some heated discussions recently because it feels like an accusation maybe to somebody in this studio.
Do you want to do this right now?
Yeah, I do want to do this right now.
Okay.
Because I don't think if I were to suggest that you have FOMO and a fear of missing out on things, that is an insult. But why did you take it as such?
This is a tone. I think this is how you say it.
But no, why is FOMO considered a bad thing when people are making doing everything they possibly can, going to Utah every chance they can, and taking every opportunity to experience everything? Would that not be driven by this fear of missing out because you don't want to miss out on all of these things?
It is addictive. I will agree. I did confirm, though, visiting inside of Delicate Arch might be somewhat disrespectful. Archaeologically, historically, culturally. But I've done it several times. And I had to ask a friend who's Ute, and she told me it's probably not a good idea.
okay. Noted.
All right.
Gives me pause. Just gives me pause. Makes me a little reverent. But with regards to give me a second. Let me just pull it together. With regards
As the dog starts licking his foot. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to compose himself real well.
This, okay.
I just cherish when I was younger, I got the travel bug. And it happened at a very early age. My parents used to take us to all over Mexico, and I got to go to Egypt, and I got to live in the Middle East, and then I got to explore.
I went to 9 countries before I was the age of 13. I can relate.
It really, and then I am addicted. It's wired into my experiences. I remember we were at the World Cup in 2006, and I complimented some young children who were capable of being in that moment. And I remember you were like, yeah, those kids have the privilege to be here.
Oh, yeah. I may have dropped some of my privilege shame that you were privileged to get to travel at that age. And that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Accept and own your privilege, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why you got to be ashamed of it?
Privilege, blessed.
But don't try to pretend like it ain't there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm of the fortunate. And that's why we were talking about this earlier.
I got the luxury of poverty, right?
That's what I have now.
blessed. Yes, right? Tina,
That's why I don't have
What
a
is
passport and
poverty?
haven't
That's
left
exactly
the
it.
fucking
So it's
country since I was
poverty.
13.
If we're going to use the word blessed, then yes, I was given the gift of poverty as a child.
What is poverty?
Yeah, I'm not really living.
We're just basing it on
I did.
by American socioeconomic standards of that era. right?
So I lived an impoverished life as a child, right? And so I got the luxury of poverty, which allows me to be who I am today. No different than you got the luxury of getting to travel to all of these countries and get the travel bug. That's cool.
You did pay for your China trip.
I've paid for every trip I've ever been on.
I remember handing that money over.
Oh, speaking of paying for
Good
all
job.
of our trips,
Oh, that's baller.
there was
Baller.
a trip that I went on. I went to Disney World, senior year of high school. It was not a high school trip. My friend and his parents were going down to his uncle's condo in Orlando, and we're going to go to Disney World, do Universal, do all that stuff over Christmas break. Sweet. He invites me. So it is me, my buddy, his girlfriend, and my buddy's parents. So the 5 of us. We drove down. And about a week or 2 before we're leaving, my parents decide to tell me that they have now planned a trip. Okay. It's going to be the same time. It's like, all right, well, maybe, yeah, you've got the money since you wouldn't be paying for the extra kid. So it's just you and my sister. Where did you think they decided to go in the entire world? Of all the places that they could have possibly chosen to go, where do you think they decided to go?
Is that a question?
Yeah, we have to guess.
This
This is a game. Come on.
you,
Do, 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 do. Hawaii.
Anaheim.
Orlando, Florida.
Damn it.
Oh, dang. I feel like you set us up for that.
Which is
We're too drunk for this.
Which is exactly where I was going with
Yeah.
my friend and his
Yeah.
family.
I just
Down
put that
goes Paul.
together.
So
Down goes
then
Paul.
they decide and think it's a fun idea to meet up with us at Universal. Like, hey, let's all get together at Universal Studios and like spend the day together and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, all I'm thinking is this kid's parents are like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They just pawned their kid off on us for vacation. My parents took my sister to the same city that I was vacationing in with a different family at the same time.
That's gangster. Not gonna lie. That's
Fucking
some gangster shit.
Bullshit.
That's some gangster shit.
Yeah, it's cold
That's
blooded.
baller. That's for sure. That's some mafia bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. Everyone wonders why we don't get along.
So we're having a moment here right now.
So we're watching the Suns-Lakers game.
And this is just happening in front of us.
Chris Paul is down.
Chris
and
Paul is down, and
He's
it
had
doesn't
an
look
injury. He looked like he could have been acting a little bit.
good. It looked like no one touched him.
Chris Paul.
It's a very soccer player of him. Oh, my leg.
Yeah. Showing him act.
We were watching a soccer game a couple of weeks ago. I forget who
It's a
it was.
match. It's first of all, it's a match.
And
Fuck this guy.
dude got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
The goalie.
Yeah.
Did you see that game? Yeah, I
I
forget.
don't know, but it happens.
Yeah, red card.
Tough sport.
Instant red card.
Immediately.
Concussions.
Oh, so that was one situation where they don't think the guy was acting too much. Gets a cleat to the face. That's no fun.
Just don't know.
Kind of like Antonio Brown delivered a cleat to the face of one Spencer Lanning, the punter of the Cleveland Browns, and everybody thought it was fucking hilarious. Everybody thought it
Spencer?
was super funny. Spencer Lanning.
Lanning.
Everybody thought it was
Google
really,
that.
really, really funny.
It's
and
bullying.
awesome.
That's what that is. That's bullying.
Because he jumped over him and kicked him in the face.
Can't bully anybody anymore.
Well, I just don't think you should probably kick people in the face when you're already athletic enough to hurdle them.
Mm.
You don't have to. It's like you're already dicking on the guy.
It was pretty blatant. Like it was.
But they thought it was the greatest thing ever. So that's when they lost this year. They can just suck all the dicks. I don't give a fuck about any of them.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. all the dicks.
All the dicks. The
Not
Steelers.
all the dicks.
The Steelers can suck all the dicks.
Some dicks will not be sucked. Thank you very much.
It's a heated rivalry. There's a football game coming up. It's in Cleveland.
It's just you used my name in vain, and so I.
Mm-hmm. Safe, you're coming up for that.
Maybe.
If we make it.
I put the wedding invitation on the fridge. Just
or is there more FOMO? What is their wedding the same weekend or something?
There's a wedding that exact same weekend.
Yeah, well, you bailed on the wedding in Las Vegas. That was the same weekend that I was going to Las Vegas. So I'll be damned if you're fucking going to this wedding and skipping the fucking Browns game. This dude's all over the fucking place.
FOMO.
I have warned you plenty of times about this, T. This is who he is.
If I've ever broken plans.
He is who we thought he was.
FOMO.
He is who we thought he was. So get yourself prepared to be disappointed in him. Get yourself prepared to be disappointed in him.
I am here right now, though, so I feel like that ups the ante quite a bit.
Get yourself prepared.
Oh,
to be
I'm
disappointed
prepared to be
in
disappointed.
him.
Trust
Okay.
me, I've had my heart
Okay.
broken. Listen, the uncle
Good, 'cause
fucker.
he's good at that.
The uncle fucker is a thing. So I mean, I've been through the worst of it. So
I'm going to be the MC at the wedding.
Which means he's clearly going to the wedding.
And it's in Italy. I'm a little concerned about the vaccine situation, and I want to get to that topic here versus
I
shelling
told you
out all
it
our
is just
personal
survival
stories.
of the fittest.
Well,
Or
T, if you need
airing our
somebody to
dirty
go
laundry.
to the grave site of Chef Boyardee, I'm in. Because I don't understand why you would go all the way over to Italy. You can't find Chef Boyardee's gravesite in Italy, can you? No.
Chef Boyardee was born and raised in Italy.
But you can't find his gravesite there.
And he loved
No.
it so much in Cleveland that he decided to be buried there. So if you want to go off to Italy, that's fine. But I rest my case.
I'm going to take your spot at Chef Boyardee's gravesite.
You should go to Cleveland.
I might have just said that. Have you been listening? Or were you too busy booking your flight to Italy?
I was just thinking, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. My plan is to find the most inexpensive domestic route, and then there's usual landing.
Oh, we don't care.
Okay.
Yep. Nope. This is just you
What is this? You guys are
plan bashing on us.
trying to kick me in the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to hang your nuts out there, we're going to kick them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're flopping them at us
You're
like those fucking
Definitely
pickup truck
flopping
guys,
them at us. Yeah,
then
yeah. Those are
fucking
yes.
walk right over and smack them.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm going to pull one real far and then swing it into the other one like those things at the lawyer's office.
I used to
Truthfully,
know the name of
I
that.
haven't booked anything. The only thing I've actually booked is the Tennessee one.
Well, get ready for some clicking nuts.
Tennessee's on.
Tick,
It's on for
tock,
Tennessee.
tick, tock.
Once I
And
sign some paperwork, we'll see what happens. And
You're
it'll be like when LeBron chose Miami. And I'll be like, am I going to go to Cleveland? Am I going to go to Italy? We can have our 40 listeners vote and see what they might pick.
but the thing is everybody in Cleveland knew he was going to Miami because nobody wants to fucking live in Cleveland or stay in Cleveland when the option is Cleveland or Miami. We all knew he was going.
Just like we all know Saif is going to Italy.
Exactly. So he's trying to hype it up and compare it to the fucking LeBron, and it's like nobody.
You know what that is,
knows.
though? Is not putting stuff on the calendar, and that's my fault. Because I didn't even realize the dates conflicted. I was of the opinion that no matter what the date was, I was just going to go. But I didn't realize it was coinciding with something that's a really, really... It's just like two cool things. It's like I'm two roads... It's like a Robert Frost poem is what it's like.
Spoiler alert, never ask Saif to commit to anything in your life because he will do this every time.
So he's double dipping on
Always.
FOMO. He's
Always.
he's killing two birds with one stone. That's
Always.
I don't even know how I work.
He has subcontracted out dog sitting for me because of this.
I subcontracted out dog sitting, ladies and gentlemen.
He subcontracted out dog sitting for me that I booked a year in advance on the calendar.
I had a chance.
Because of FOMO.
La Push, Washington, is what that FOMO was.
You can bill it how you want.
I just want the audience to know the other side of the story. That's all.
There will always be something better in your life, and you will subcontract out friendships nonstop. That's what you do. So glad this friendship can be subcontracted out. Thank you.
It always ends up with a beautiful woman babysitting a dog.
And now my dog has a vestibular disorder, so there's that.
Dude, that's a conspiracy theory.
I'm going with it right about now.
I don't think she listens.
Which
Hey.
one, my dog or the beautiful woman that babysat my dog is the subcontractor?
Your dog's a listener. Your dog's a fan.
My
How is your dog, by the way?
definitely
How's dog acupuncture working?
Oh, my dog's trying to kill me right now. She has an absolute conspiracy theory to kill me. But yes, I do have her in acupuncture right now. Thank you very much. It's only to tenderize that meat. You guys know how I feel about meat and organs, right? So when she passes, she's going to be delicious.
I'm going to be so rigid. I would not be good to eat.
You would definitely not be. No. I have not looked at you and said, I want to eat you.
I'd be hard.
Neither Safe, though.
Well,
I want to eat neither of you.
I mean, women want to eat me up in other ways, but not, no. As far as
not
like...
this way.
Yeah, no. As far as the whole cannibalistic
No.
situation, no. I'd be very tough. I wouldn't be...
Yeah, there's not enough fat on you either.
Yeah.
I'm definitely into the fat.
Yeah.
And this one's got plenty of fat, but I know where it came from, and I don't want to eat that fat.
They told me I was like borderline obese in high school.
You probably were.
I was like right on the fringe of being borderline obese. I'm like, what the fuck does... So I'm borderline obese?
Double borderline.
Right? I was like, I'm not...
Double borderline.
But it's just like, I shouldn't be anywhere in that realm. I'm under average. Like, I'm skinny. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you don't look tasty from a cannibalism perspective.
Yeah, they were like... This is just when they wanted everybody to be super skinny, and they were just like, the obesity thing's got
Lean.
out of control. So you're fat. You need to go to fat camp. Here's a salad.
Isn't it what we know about human biology, though?
What?
These are body structures of people who have better outcomes. Like they've tried to perfect how humans have been created.
Oh yeah, whatever I've got right now is perfection.
Don't we know that if we put the right things in our body, we can sustain that but a lot of people over consume.
This from the guy who can barely move right now, and his body is 1,300 years older than his actual age. Do tell, sir. Do tell. Yes. What do we know about physiology?
If this trip was the end, I'd be happy. I always say, if I was a horse,
I'm gonna leave him out there so he doesn't get to Italy.
For his sake, yes.
If I was a horse, I'd be shot.
Plenty of times already.
They'll be wheeling me up, and I remind the ladies that you're gonna have to be comfortable pushing me in a wheelchair. Is that what you want? But you know what? I'm an athlete, and I left it all on the field.
He goes, you have to be comfortable pushing me in a wheelchair, but you know what? I'm an athlete.
What is that? Adaptive sports, right? Is that Paralympics? What are you?
I might start playing water polo. Actually,
wheelchair water polo.
I think that's the next
that a
step.
thing?
You need to use your legs to keep yourself. Are you playing the kiddie pool? Like, what the fuck? You have to be able to swim.
It's just that back, but I did get an inverted bed. I'll be back on my feet.
I just feel bad because it was my understanding that recently you were told by the female persuasion that you may have been the most ripped individual that person has ever seen. And so then I had to put a PSA out to the rest of our friends to not take their shirts off or be around you and this lady friend of yours, because we will immediately ruin all concept she has of you being the most ripped person.
So I should not
you
be
should not
strolling
be meeting
around.
this person.
I should,
Absolutely not.
she goes, you shouldn't even be meeting this
No,
person.
you shouldn't meet this person. T, we're gonna have to put a fat suit on you ASAP.
I was saying I shouldn't walk around with my shirt off after
no,
like a
we
shower.
just can't show you at all. Yeah, we should probably just. How do
I
we
think
cover him?
all three of us,
Garbage
we
bag?
all would look good naked.
Garbage bags?
It's getting hot in here.
Nobody knows that we're not naked right now.
Right? Yeah, this isn't the Zoom meeting or
Good
anything.
God.
You do look like a Liverpool fan, though.
Is that because my skin is red? Is that the sunburn on this naked skin of mine?
So, in addition to breaking all the plan, I drank her wine as well.
On top of it, he drank my wine. My gym bag wine. That was really special wine.
What's gym bag wine?
Gym bag wine is when you've had a gym bag in your car for a really long time because during the pandemic, you didn't want to wear a mask at the gym. And so you didn't use your gym bag. And then you take it into your office and you open that gym bag for a particular reason and you find a corked bottle of wine in there that somehow didn't explode in 100 degrees in your car in Phoenix. And you're like, this is a sign. I should drink this wine. And then next thing you know, you leave it at someone's house to be drank at a later date, and he drinks it all alone.
I drank the whole bottle and I didn't feel anything.
How dare you?
I think it went bad.
Oh, it was definitely bad.
I just drank. What did I drink?
It was 100% bad.
This guy wonders why his body's falling apart.
That wine uncorked itself, sucker.
I woke up at 4 a.m. screaming in pain.
You should have.
Drinking sour
That's
wine.
gym bag
Shout
wine.
out to Phoenix Central Therapy for getting me back on my feet, if only temporarily.
I have not seen you on your feet yet, so
Taking it easy. She worked it pretty good. I'm definitely not adhering to the just drink water.
I'm not blaming her. I'm totally blaming you.
Regardless, we're all hot, attractive people. I think that much is fair.
And you're a
And we're
terrible
not-
friend.
And I don't think we're dying anytime soon because physically, I think we're specimens.
Oh,
And-
if I looked in this room, 2 out of 3.
He goes,
2 out of 3 of us aren't dying anytime
he
soon.
goes, physically, we're specimens. It's like, I know I'm still a specimen.
Yeah.
You
But
got
if I'm
10
on-
years on me, T.
2 out of 3 of us are
no,
not
I know
dying
exactly. I
anytime
was gonna
soon.
say if I'm looking at myself in 10 years, then you better fucking just put me down in the desert on this trip right now.
Dick's got 6.
Oh, if seriously, in this room, not everyone is gonna make it.
Even
Let's
the
just
dog.
Be honest.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
she's still got that fucking crip walk going on.
The crip walks, the carpets, I think, have helped with that.
I think she's just taking after her owner.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
She just sees you walking around. She's like, this
She
is
sees
just how
this
people walk.
limpy ass bastard, and she's like, "Oh, this is how I'm supposed to walk."
Yeah, she wants walks all the time. She got 2-a-days, and since her surgery, she's got no-a-days, but she's been going harder in the backyard. She was running up and down like.
It's funny because Frank does that, but he does it. It's way more aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and he has like the grass to slide across and mud to slide into. He just, oh my god, yeah. It's like he's sliding into home every single time. I miss that bastard.
Yeah, he was laying on your suitcase.
Yeah, he didn't want me to leave.
Yeah.
He was laying on the suitcase. He knew.
Sounds like codependency to me.
Oh yeah,
We should reevaluate that relationship.
I need my dog. Yeah, I can't go more than like a week without. I'm lucky that she's here to tide me over. I'll probably have her in bed with me tonight.
She'll
Isn't that
probably
right,
she'll willingly go. She's such a slut.
That's all right.
She knows exactly who you are.
For the listeners at home, there's about to be a makeout session right here. Oh, yeah. She picked the youngest man in the room.
Oh, don't go bubble.
I don't disagree, Sock. That's a good choice right there. She's been listening to the pod. She heard something about rocks and going all night.
I put the lower mattress in that room, so it's not as high of a jump.
That's great. Can't wait. Thank you.
Yeah, she's grown into her body. She's becoming a woman, and yeah, I did wait a little too much. Yeah, honestly, I didn't. This whole concept of dog parenting just.
You've been out of control the last 8 months. But you had surgery too, so you had to recover.
I had surgery in October of 2020.
Yeah.
Finished it off. I hit my copay. It was a free surgery on the books.
Hot bod, ladies.
There you go. Yeah, he's super ripped.
Hip
Ow, ow.
labrum. So all I do is core therapy. So I just
You can't tell, but
I have a somewhat nice shape to me.
where?
I have a nice ass,
Oh.
and I have a cut.
Say pears
body.
I
Or
wouldn't
shape.
be able to tell because you're always sitting on it because you can't walk.
couldn't dance at Carvin Jones the other
Also
night.
couldn't dance. So unsure about the shape of that ass because you're definitely just sitting on it.
Well, I did hurt it. So I heard it knocking boots on this couch, actually. And then I did some crazy yoga in the back. I was doing side lunges and pop. That's when it happened. And ever since then, it's been a big ball of ass in my
So
back.
again, if anyone wants to sign up for pushing Saif around in a
doing ice
wheelchair,
bath. I was doing ice bath earlier.
what's your Tinder profile name?
I poured 2 bags of ice in the tub, and then I'm in there, and all of a sudden I hear tea. What's the ice situation in this house?
Yeah, I go to the fucking freezer. This dude, all right, so first off, he tells me that he has,
I don't have ice in my house, ladies and gentlemen.
Ever.
Normally, ever. I don't want ice.
first off,
Room
yeah,
temp.
So yeah, he has no ice, but then he tells me that he has 2 bags of ice for an ice bath that he's about to take, and I go, well, that's not going to be enough. And then he goes ahead, runs the water, and dumps them both in there, and then I go to the freezer, literally probably like a minute later, and I'm just like, what's the ice situation here? And then I realize, oh, Saif's nuts are floating in the ice right now. That's the ice situation.
They had already melted.
You're nuts? Oh, the ice.
But yeah,
ice.
he put 2 bags in there and it melted immediately because I told him that was going to happen.
Also very hot. It was very hot in Arizona.
Well, that's why we're all sitting here with our asses out in your living room.
Yeah. We got air conditioning. We're cool 78. We're rolling through. Suns are rolling through right now.
They're up.
Well, we're at the 37-minute mark.
Is there anything else that you wanted to hit on before we die?
Yeah, literally, guys. This was your last words.
This
Your
is
last
this is
will
what
and
we
testament.
live to the world.
Your
Well, nobody
last
would
will
ever
and
hear
testament.
it.
How do you feel about these being your last words?
Oh, this was a complete shit show, but I had a
Indeed,
great
it
time.
was. I know. That's it.
This is what we...
That's what my epitaph is going to be. This was a complete shit show.
But I had a great time.
But I had a great time.
I got all I needed out of this episode now. So in case this doesn't go down well, I know what his epitaph is. What's yours? I have a great ass. You just couldn't see it because I was busted and sitting on it.
Resting. I'm
I
resting.
swear, trust me, my ass was great.
What are we even...
Super underrated ass.
Super underrated ass. Promise.
One last trip.
If you could only see
One
it,
last trip down
my
the river.
ass was great.
Bury me ass up.
Bury me ass up. It's so great. Yeah,
That's your epitaph.
that's yours.
Chris Paul apologized for that fake. Well, Chris Paul just apologized for his
And what are
bad-
you about to apologize for? In light of apologies, before you go down that river.
I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't think I owe you people anything.
Story of my life, y'all. Story of my life.
Right.
At the very least, the microphone is on. That's a bonus. That's a show of love. And so I think with love in the air, matrimony, I think I've decided that I want to get married too. And I'll probably just marry the next broad that comes along.
In Italy?
Maybe I'll take her to Italy.
I'm not getting married.
Me either.
Not going down.
There's
Fuck
just
it.
no need to.
Like, why not? What what else am I missing? Untie these tubes and just put a couple babies in there.
the marriage.
Just change the
component
game up.
Is this what happens when you face death? You immediately think about procreating and getting married?
He needs to leave a legacy, which is what we covered in the death episode.
We didn't cover shit.
Well, we covered leaving a legacy. We covered leaving a legacy.
I'm gonna quote my friend Manny. He's like, I listened to the death episode. You guys didn't talk about death. That's for Manny.
It's because it's about leaving a legacy. That's really all it is.
Did we talk about that?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about death. Death is, what is death? We already learned that none of us actually go back and listen to our own episodes.
It's nothing. There is
Dick
nothing.
has this weird photographic. I don't know what memory she has. She's just
Too
I'm
much.
too busy balling out.
I remember
There's plenty of
everything.
other people that do this too.
she's about to buy a house.
Another one.
Another house, for the record.
Buy some property.
Mm-hmm.
You're Dwight Schrute when he ridicules Michael. He's like, "You're a stupid man and you have no land."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Facts.
Did you guys find somebody to make your T-shirts, by the way,
Ugh.
before you die?
Oh
Well,
yeah, we have a new
we're
T-shirt
regulars.
concept. We haven't even made any moves on our first T-shirt concept, but we already have a second one.
Fucking cicadas. I want the fucking cicada shirt.
They would be trendy.
Guys.
They'd be trending right now.
They would
too.
be trending immediately.
Yeah, we probably need to hop on this.
What's
like,
a
ASAP.
cicada? That could be the shirt. What's a cicada? Oh my god, I want that shirt immediately.
And then we have we got a picture of a cicada on the front.
There's got to be a picture of a cicada.
Just a little cartoon cicada down
Tiny
there.
little cicada.
What's the tone of the shirt? Like, it has to be that same color of the cicada, right? It's like that earthy brown.
Oh yeah,
Looks like an
100%. Either way, I just want a shirt that says, "What's a cicada?" and it's got to say "Catch the Sky Podcast."
Well, yeah.
What's a
On the back.
cicada?
We
On the back.
we have some. I don't. And that's another thing. I think while we're here live in studio, like, what the hell's the purpose of this podcast again? Like, what are we doing?
Well, that's what I was saying. We
Clearly memorializing y'all's lives because you're about to go on a death-defying trip.
It's an online journal for me. Yeah.
we need to interview more people. We need to interact and engage and help other people spread their word, because that's what we do. We are the ones that talk, and we're the ones that have the platform to expose other people's shit out there.
Boom.
And that's what we're growing continuously. So there's other people that have no idea how to do podcasts, do anything like that, grow their market, and want to. There's some people that just want to share their story, plain and simple.
I like to think we're good at telling stories. I think
Well, like
we
take
can.
Basil for example. Nobody here would know anything about him or his story unless they did some extremely deep research. And now we've helped share it with that many more people.
So I feel like this just transitioned from we're not talking about y'all's impending death. We're talking about your future when you come back from this trip alive and well. You're going to book some more interviews, yeah?
That's what they call a transition.
Boom.
Well,
I can't
that's
wait
the
to
plan.
hear it.
That's
I can't
the
wait to
plan.
hear it. Bring me some good interviews to listen to, guys.
You step your game up.
Yeah, that's on me partially because I did reach out to a number of.
I don't need to hear all this. No, just get some interviews. I don't need to make it about you. I need you to go to Utah. I need you to come back, and I need you guys to book some awesome interviews that I can
we gotta
listen
get
to.
some shit on the Bucks.
That's it. That's it.
I know I have
coming
one.
for ya.
I know I have one that I
Michael, I'm coming
postponed.
for ya.
Boom. There it is.
I have one that I postponed, but I can get it back on the books at any
So
moment.
tell your listeners.
Chad, you want to do this?
It's coming. It's
Let's
coming,
go.
right?
If you care to be on the show, you may interact
Hit us
with
up.
us at CTS Terry or at CTS Safe. Or what is it? I'm Dick Francisco
Is it?
on Twitter.
Yep.
I don't even check my anything.
And the Dick Francisco on the Gram.
Mhm. And you can find us there by searching for the Catch the Sky podcast. Likewise on Facebook or wherever you listen to podcasts these days, including YouTube. Be sure to hit the like or subscribe button. Share the shit out of this if you want to keep up with our hijinks.
I had someone tell me Al McCoy was too old, so in honor of Al McCoy, and the Suns win. The Suns win.
I can listen to this on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so in.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
And until next week or not, keep trying to catch the sky.
Dun, dun, dun. Real cliffhanger there, T.